Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown, along with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta. Oh, crap. That actually literally splattered on one of my monitors.
I saw it splatter. We all saw the splatter.
I guess
I'll see what you're drinking.
I'm drinking a White Claw.
All class up on this.
Are we changing this podcast a bit?
No, I didn't get a chance to run back to the grocery store today to pick up beer. I do have a full 8-pack of beer here, a cooler full of 8 beer, but I didn't want. I'm such an alcoholic. I didn't want to take one out to start the episode with. I wanted to have 8 to fully last me the episode, so I had to start with something, and it was the White Claw.
Just David and the ladies.
What I've been drinking all night, waiting for us to start. I had 2 Tropicalia.
I had some Guinness earlier from a tap at a bar. It's exciting.
Oh well, you got the COVID.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yes.
It was worth it because I had Guinness.
Your Tally right there behind you. Your dog behind you will be dead tomorrow because you gave her the COVID.
Oh boy.
And after what you were telling us about what you came home to today, you may be okay with that.
Oh my God. I came home. My dog has really never, ever had an accident in the house. And there's poop in front of the front door, which I'm fine with, right? I'm okay. I'm sort of like, okay, well, she tried. And then I go upstairs to the bathroom and I got onto my kid because there was like a wet spot in my bathroom. And I was like, what did you do, Izzy? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh boy. I put down some toilet paper, came back up. It was yellow. I'm like, man, my dog pissed and shit all over my house.
Man, an early Christmas gift.
That dog is getting coal in its stocking, I suppose.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And now she's all up in the picture.
She's all up there getting all up in the business and everything, trying to become an internet celebrity, with the tens of viewers that Georgia State podcasts get, video podcasts.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So not a lot is to talk about this week. We only had one game that's happened. One, major program game that's happened, which we'll get to.
It wasn't even football.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on. Obviously, we're still in December, so I'm football minded about everything, even though we haven't played a game since beating the snot out of that trash down south. There was one little tiny bit of news that came out that I guess was kind of interesting. I literally just pulled up FB schedules like I always do. Like I pulled up that site. I've mentioned this before. I pulled up FB schedules several times a day. And I pulled it up, and what do I see? But Georgia State, actually, the headline article on FB schedules is because of a game announcement, a schedule announcement. And I was like, oh man, what do we get? What do we have? And the first thing I see is North Carolina. I'm like, well, we've already got North Carolina. So do they extend this series or what's happening? No, it's North Carolina A&M. And it's in 2026. Why are we scheduling an FCS program out in 2026, that far out, right? I know that we have our schedule built for a while.
Apparently someone cares because they had us right at the top of the page, right?
Well, it was the only news at that point, I guess. But we have an opening for an FCS opponent in 2025. I don't know. It just made no sense to me. The only thing I can get from it is apparently Noel Ruiz. That's where he went to school before coming to State. So maybe he was pulling some strings behind the back to get his alma mater down here in Atlanta. I don't know. It was just weird.
Could be it. Call in a favor. Say, hey, talk to our school. They want to play you.
I mean, that's not even a thing, but
no.
It is 2 weeks before we play Tech at home. So I guess
warm-up game,
take a week off and then play Tech. I don't know. I honestly have nothing else to say about scheduling North Carolina A&M for 6 years from now.
We'll talk about it in 6 years.
We played them in the Dome, didn't we?
Did we play them?
We played a North Carolina something and something.
Okay. I mean, I believe you because, like most games, I was trash to those, and I didn't even know who our opponents were back then.
Are they an HBCU?
Noel is not. I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will tell you that whoever I'm thinking of was the best band I've ever seen in my life.
I think I know who you're talking about, but wasn't that just one of the Georgia HBCUs?
I thought it was a North Carolina school, whatever
so.
I'm thinking of.
That was
South
actually
Carolina?
that was one of the cool things about playing those teams that no one had ever heard of back in the Dome, was getting those HBCUs with the killer marching bands. That was a better product on the field than what Georgia State was putting.
Yeah, I mean, it was like worth going to the game just to see what the opposing team band was going to do. Yeah,
Yeah,
our band was always pretty good too, but man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With all apologies to our band, I would say back then, with us playing those HBC marching bands, the best quality product on the field was the HBC marching band. Then it was the Georgia State marching band. Then it was the dog catching a frisbee. And then it was the team we were playing.
The money raining from the ceiling.
And somewhere down the bottom, Georgia State's football program ranked on there. Hey, so here we go. Justin Libby, friend of the show, says that was Atlanta A&M for the movie Drumline.
That's not true. That's
okay.
That's not.
Well, you know what? It was said on the internet, so it must be true.
Well, no, I bet they have a good band. I mean, you know, if that was a real school, I don't think that's a real school.
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe we'll figure that out. You can do some research in the this next week, Ryan. Report back.
What band did you see in the Dome from North Carolina?
I guess the one topic that's on everyone's minds as far as Georgia State football is right now is, do we get a bowl game, and where that bowl game may be. And just before this came out, Scott Watkins, who's been on the show a couple of times, he tweeted out that the Sun Belt apparently decided before the season began that they're going to go by conference record for their 5 bowl selections, which makes sense. Why would a conference care about out of conference schedule unless it was like a really big win? But still, you want to go by your conference stuff. That being said, that means unless Troy wins out, beating Coastal and Monroe, that Georgia State is the 4th or 5th team in the Sun Belt. So we would definitely get a bowl game, at least if those 5 associated bowl games happen. So, yay.
Please lose to Coastal.
My Georgia State news thing has been pushing out and saying that like constantly we're in a bowl already, right?
Right.
It's like all they're talking about. So
yeah, the AJC even posted an article. Maybe it was yesterday, that said that Coach Elliott pretty much assumes we're going to be in a bowl. They're practicing as if they're in a bowl, but without an opponent to play. That the practices have gotten a little monotonous and a little tedious. They've relaxed the practices and everything, which makes sense. Give the guys all a chance to relax a little bit, heal up for whoever we may be playing. We don't know if we're playing, in a week or 2. I don't know if there's bowls out early or, here before New Year's. Because I think one of the associated bowls is December 26th.
I clicked on one of the links, and both of the bowls they had us going to were in Montgomery. It was like the Montgomery Bowl and the Camellia Bowl, and they're both in the same building.
Right, yeah, same place, right? Yeah, I was talking to actually Tim and I got a chance to hop on with Thursday night and Ben Moore to do kind of a Georgia State roundtable early this week, and that'll be released both on Thursday night site and ours shortly. I've not talked to Jordan since then. But that's one of the kind of things is we're basically aiming. It's probably going to be one of the 2 Montgomery Bowls, and I don't know if any Montgomery Bowl is better than the other one. You're still in Montgomery, Alabama.
Whichever one pays more.
Yeah, but that's close. It's the same building. Who cares? Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, let me see. No, I disagree. I think that one of them is on
Christmas.
One of them is on Christmas, which is kind of cool, but the other ones is a couple days before Christmas.
Yeah, but I can't go if it's on Christmas. I can't just like send Laurie and Izzy to her sister's house without me.
If it's on Christmas.
Hold on. I could say Merry Christmas to me. I'm going to Montgomery. You go have fun with your family.
No. If it's a Christmas Day game, I would only imagine that families of players are going to be there. There's not going to be a lot of fans that are just going to go to a Christmas Day game. There's no way I'm going to a Christmas Day game. It could be at Georgia State Stadium, and I doubt that I'm able to go to a Christmas Day game.
Oh, no, I would go to that. A bowl game at Georgia State Stadium on Christmas Day.
Maybe if it was a night game. maybe if it was a night game and I was allowed no tailgating, I could do that. But
8 a.m. I'm there. Sorry, is
So
Santa Claus coming later.
Santa Claus delivered to Victory Plaza.
is this bowl game always on Christmas, or is this like just this year thing, or what do you know? I mean,
That's some excellent research you should probably do, Tim, because I've got no idea.
I'm trying to remember last year, like what bowl was on Christmas Day for the Sun Belt.
I actually missed out putting the Montgomery Bowl in my list of tie-ins because I have Myrtle Beach, New Orleans, Camila, Lending Tree in Mobile, and Cure Bowl, but that doesn't list the actual Montgomery Bowl, which would be a sixth bowl. All right. My research is garbage.
Another thing to research would be if Troy somehow wins 2 games. Maybe. What would happen, like, bowl-wise? Because they would then have 5 wins. We'd have 4.
Well, there's also, but we have the head-to-head.
We have the tiebreaker against Southern, right? So we would get.
Right. But Southern has more. I don't know what their conference wins are. But here's the interesting thing: is what if Coastal wins out, including beating Lafayette in the championship, which I'm totally calling that's going to happen because screw Lafayette, and they could end up getting into a better bowl game. They could get picked up by a different bowl, which opens up the options for Georgia State and the other Sunbelt schools. And there's still talk about was it the site? What site was I on? College Sports Madness had us. they updated it today. Last week I talked about they had us in the Gator Bowl versus Virginia Tech. Now it's in the Gator Bowl versus NC State. I'm not sure if they know that Georgia State is the largest university in Georgia in Atlanta, or if they think that Georgia State is actually the Bulldog.
Georgia, yeah.
But yeah, they still have us playing in the Gator Bowl. That's actually what my preference would be. Is like screw the Sunbelt associated bowls. I don't care which bowl it is. If it's a non-Sunbelt bowl, we get picked up into something. I mean, a Southeastern bowl. Like I want to be somewhere drivable, easy flight or something, easy drive or a close flight or something like that. That would be more fun. Getting in to be that one chance because the likelihood of COVID happening again is what 90%.
That's the other thing is just like all the cancellations that may happen, right? I mean, like I've seen bowl games now canceling where I think they said one of our bowls might actually get the top in one of the other conferences or something like that, where they would usually send like their third place.
I mean, I would hope for canceled bowls somehow we could offer up our stadium. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be a cool thing for Georgia State to do. Say, hey, we'll host your bowl.
No, exactly. No. Whether a bowl gets canceled or it doesn't, if Georgia State does not get a bowl game, just open up our schedule and say, we will take any team not playing in a bowl. Like, come play us here at Georgia State Stadium.
Come on, Charlotte. You know you want to play this year.
Exactly. No, Charlotte's scared of us. They saw how we wrecked them in basketball. They don't want to take a chance with us in football and everything. Or actually, my big suggestion is if we get no bowl game, we know Tech's not getting a bowl game. Let's just do an Atlanta Classic right there, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Maybe even do it like the lead up to the Peach Bowl. Like make it be like the morning game. Like we have like a 9 a.m. game. We play on the Peach Bowl field right before the game. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome, but probably not likely, but awesome.
Just do it anyways. I don't care if it even counts for an NCAA record or not. Let's just get the kids out there and play a game. Make it pay-per-view.
Can we get a discount on rent if we play on the Peach Bowl day?
Does it count as well? Does it count as the Peach Bowl?
Well, discount on the rent. I think Ben said it was like $1 million or something.
Exactly. No, not even that much money, just, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. Apparently, we're going to find out pretty soon about what's going to happen. Ben posted, I think, was it on like Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday? Monday, he posted that he expected us to know our bowl slot in the next 48 hours. But it shows what Ben knows. We know nothing right now. It'll come out tomorrow morning.
Right. After we're all done recording our podcast.
I think it is kind of hard to decide right now. If you're looking in, the Sun Belt does have to know, even though the chances are very unlikely of Troy beating Coastal and Monroe. Actually, Troy's luck, they would beat Coastal and lose to Monroe. But I mean, you got to wait until you've locked up who your top 5 are before you can really start assigning people to go. So I don't think we find out until after Saturday at the earliest.
Let's just hope wherever we go is not canceled for the team.
No, I don't think it can happen. I want to watch another Georgia State football game. I want to see Quad out there again. I want to see this team play. I want to see Pickney get some more records. I want to see this team play. I want to see our defense perform again.
Oh, we know how you feel then, huh?
Sure. Why not?
Call the Fuquay check-in. Just make sure. We're making sure that you're legit.
Oh, I don't know, dude. It all depends on what the day is and how many drinks I've had before or after you ask me the question. But I think that I think Fuquay's here another year.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely. I think he earned it.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that after what we saw at the end of the season, and we kind of touched on this. We go into way more in depth on the round table with the Thursday guys and Ben, but I think that it's safe to say that he's done enough at the end of the season. He pulled a Dan Quinn at the end of the season, and he did just well enough to earn another season back. So we've got a big start to the season next year.
Yeah,
we'll see how things pull out then.
Don't do it again next year, Fuquay.
No. It's a big start of the season next year. I do not want to stumble to begin the season.
What's the start of the year next year?
Well, we do our first 4 games back to back is our full out of conference schedule.
Oh,
so and is that the Army? Army opens the season at home, and then we're at UNC. And then we host Charlotte, and then we're at Auburn. Man, I remember that. Look at that. I have
no problem.
Hey, kudos to White Claw. It can get you buzzed, but does not kill your memory. I actually remembered something for once.
Oh my God.
It seems like
I think Auburn's are winnable, right? I mean, Auburn's not that good.
Yeah, I mean, they're struggling definitely this year.
I don't know anything about Auburn.
No, they're definitely struggling this year, so we'll see if we can pull. That would be, in my opinion, from what's on that schedule, our best chance for one of the P5 wins next year.
Well, yes, you're talking about at UNC. For as far as P5 wins next year, you're talking about at UNC or at Auburn. I don't know. I mean, both are a stretch to put money on or anything like that, but I would probably put more on UNC than I would be Auburn.
Yeah, me too. Just based on history.
Yeah. But we don't have an ACC win, so let's just go ahead and knock one of those out. If you got to pick one, yeah.
Unfortunately, App State just got that win. Last year or the year before?
Yeah, App State went undefeated in the Carolinas last year. So yeah, I'm here with Zachary Humphrey here. Win them all,
or just that, sure.
Yeah, I mean right.
Win all the games. So
yeah.
So we'll talk more about next year and everything, and probably over the next 9-10 months, because what the hell else are we going to talk about? Let's talk about what happened last week in the Sun Belt. Do you guys watch that Lafayette App State game on Friday?
Watched a little bit of it.
Nope.
I had it on in the background, and I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it, but something kind of cool happening. So the long snapper oversnapped the ball, overtossed the ball, I think 4 times.
Yeah.
To the point that when it came down to the closing minutes of the game, instead of going for it on a 4th and 2, maybe a 4th and 1, they actually snapped it, and the quarterback, they went for it, but they snapped it to the quarterback, and he actually just ran in for the safety.
And just stood there until they basically.
Yeah, he's we're going to get better field position by kicking off to them after this than we are by attempting to punt the ball at this point. That long snapper's got to feel like that's.
I mean, it almost backfired on them, right? I mean, App State shanked that last second field goal. Otherwise, it's maybe it was better to just punt the damn ball or tell them one good, snap.
Yeah, I think Lafayette got a hand on that field goal kick, right?
I don't know. They kept saying, I watched it at the end of it, and they kept saying no, he just shanked it.
They just shanked it.
Yeah, but it seemed like
Lafayette got their first win over App State since ever. Something that we thought we were about to pull off this year. So
everyone else seems to be able to do it.
Another reason to say screw Lafayette. Yeah. So yeah, but it was an interesting game. I wasn't paying attention to it. It was background TV for me while I was drinking on a Friday night. But yeah,
our game definitely seemed more competitive overall. I think I was texting with you a little bit during the game. And I was just like,
were you? I forgot about it. Blacked out that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's Friday. I forgot.
Well, I mean, they both put up more points. Our score was both below 20 each in that game. So
defense, man, defense.
Fuquay, the man. Troy did us no favors, or I say South Alabama did us no favors over Troy. Troy rolled on them 29-0, blah, blah, blah. Arkansas State beat the piss out of Monroe. Bad year for them. They already fired their coach. Monroe did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. And then Southern actually managed to get a win against Conference USA. I don't know how that happened.
It's just FAU. Not a big deal.
Yeah. But the big game of the week for Sunbelt fans or people that are in the Sun Belt was that BYU at Coastal game. Like we got game day there. They were just like stroking their teal fields.
I'm so jealous. I'm just so jealous. Seriously, like I'm like, why could this season not be ours?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have this? You know, I mean, I'm just going to be totally honest with my feelings that I'm so frustrated that it's not us.
Oh yeah. Whenever I talk to my wife over the past week, the whole conversation is, "Hey babe, remember that team I told you I'm incredibly jealous of?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This is what happened now. Like this is the new thing that happened.
This is the latest."
Yeah, this is the latest thing in there. So yeah, it was a decently good game as far as keeping it a close and everything. Not really the most exciting game, but there was this one play. Like, did either of you guys watch the game?
No.
Tim, you were texting.
I watched it.
You were texting about it. Yeah. So you asked me about this scuffle that happened at the end of the first half, and I did not see what happened, but it's been all over the news and like social media sphere since then. Did you see what happened?
I did.
You did. All right. So Ryan, did you all right, Ryan, I want to set the scene for you here. So it's like closing seconds of the first half, Hail Mary from BYU into the end zone, hoping to score something. They were down by 1. I think it was 14-13, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at the video of what happens, the quarterback throws the ball, and I guess it wasn't considered a late hit for some reason, but number 94 from Coastal just like lays into him, and then he gets up and he gets hit. It's an interception. The ball was intercepted. So now effectively the quarterback is a defender and trying to stop the run back. So they this 94 and this other guy from Coastal just starts laying into the BYU quarterback over and over. He's literally trying to stand up, and they're just knocking him back on his back over and over again. No flag call, no anything. But these were just like some little dick moves by the Coastal guys. And people talk about how
legit, man. That's football. What do you want?
No, man. If you watch this video, it's.
I actually did watch it. Like everyone's sort of just standing around, and then the Coastal. It looks like the Coastal players like figure out that they like can do it, and then so start doing it.
I mean, this is some Bounty Gate, New Orleans bullshit going on, where they're just trying to take out the quarterback of the game to win the whole thing. It was absolute BS. And people talk about how great Coastal's making the Sun Belt look as a conference right now. No, when you do shit like this, I noticed dropped 2 S-bombs in like 30 seconds. When you do stuff like this,
yeah, man, it's radio friendly, so you're good.
When you do stuff like this is not what makes the conference look good. It makes the conference look dirty. It makes every single win that Coastal's had this season, especially their 51-0 win over Georgia State, look like garbage.
Well, why didn't the quarterback like try to defend himself at all? Like,
because he's a moron. He's apologizing the entire time.
What? He's like 60 yards away too.
He's a blocker. He's a block. Like he's you're eligible to hit him. Like stop just standing there. Be a blocker.
He's like Tim said, he's 60 yards away. He's nowhere near the play.
There's like 2 other people up there. Stop him from getting close to his players.
The guy returning the ball fell down after like 5 yards. It was not. I mean, they just kept on knocking that was garbage.
It's too bad they don't have two cameras to show you when they were knocking him down versus what was happening.
Oh no,
on the other
check
side
it
of the
out.
field.
If you've not seen John Boy Media on YouTube, John Boy Media is fantastic, and he does a breakdown. If I remember, I say I do this all the time. I never do it. I'll try to remember to do this. I'll put a link in the description of the John Boy breakdown of this. That's where I really saw how bad it was, because that's what he does. He has two camera angles on it. I don't know how he gets exclusive concept, but yeah.
Yeah, I went on to Twitter after that happened, and I mean, Coastal's definitely not doing the conference any favors. That's all I can say.
Exactly.
I mean, the immediate reaction from
Superfan John
fan
Weaver
bases.
disagrees with you all. Ryan is right. Stand there or run
so
off the field.
that's the reason why John Weaver is an intern and not a paid member of the staff. He has said that Ryan is right. Stand there or run off the field. The interception return is 30 yards.
You're a blocker. What are you gonna? You just standing there for, man? No, you deserve to get hit. Come on, man. It's football.
He wasn't even. He would try to get up and just like immediately knocked over again. He wasn't even making a play. He was not trying to go towards the ball.
Look, if he didn't want to get hit, maybe he should have stayed down. Maybe that was the safest thing for him.
Or maybe his back was hurting or something like that.
Just roll around or something. I don't know, man. But he can't complain about getting hit in football. Come on, man. Football.
Exactly. But no, it was interesting. I mean, congrats to Coastal. They've done incredibly well for themselves this year. They'll be back to the bottom dwellers of the Sun Belt next year once their head coach gets hired to be like the new coach of Notre Dame or something like that. Who knows?
I will give a shout out to Game Day for not really featuring any footage from our game for the most part.
Yeah, you would think like if I was the media guy, I'd be like, I'm going to take all of their footage from their away games because I just don't want to look at that crap ass field the entire time. But yeah, all their footage, all their highlights from Coastal Carolina this season was all done for home games. It was just that teal field the entire time. Thank God we played in Center Park because one less negative exposure for us.
What if we had a royal blue field like the our blue?
Oh, you want to have a Boise State field?
Oh, is that the same blue? I don't even know.
I mean, it's blue. It's a blue field.
Yeah.
So. It's a brighter blue, I think, than ours, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's Boise State. I want just a traditional green colored field. Make it look. I mean, I know it's all fake grass, but I want to make it look good. At least Boise State was trying to do the bluegrass thing, right? And I think the bluegrass.
No, Kentucky is bluegrass.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I've heard that more recently. Yeah.
We did get on there for their celebration thing. They had the Black Panther mask or something on there, I think.
Oh,
they didn't really explain it, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't acknowledge that you beat us 51-0.
They focused on Southern's celebration with the table and the eagle and choking it and all that. So I'm good with that.
Well, they made it. They got ranked. The Associated Press ranked them number 11 in the nation. For context, how jealous we are of them. They ranked UGA number 12. Like, if the ball bounced a different way and we had done exactly what Coastal did this season, could you imagine how painful those AJC writers would be having to write that Georgia State was ranked higher than UGA?
I mean, I just think they'd publish the rankings and not say anything.
Are they the highest ranked G5?
No,
Cincinnati is like ranked 8 or something like that. But that was just the AP poll. The college football playoffs and coaches poll had it differently. They had UGA ranked ahead of Coastal. But Ryan, how would your family react? Or sorry, how would you approach your family if Georgia State was ranked one spot ahead of Georgia in the AP poll?
I think I would, before the next time I saw them, I would make sure that I could buy some blue pants somewhere so that I could wear pants, shirt, hat, shoes, whatever, man. I'd just be like super all blue, all in, Like, hey, guys, how's it going?
No, you should just go total blue man. Just go absolute blue man, like blue body thing and everything. All right, so John does have a good idea here. Conspiracy theory that they just canceled the Cincy and Tulsa game. Tulsa. Sure, I've got no respect for Tulsa. Sure, they can call them Tulsa. the Cincy and Tulsa game is canceled because of COVID, but it's because they don't want Coastal in a New York. New Year's.
Because if Cincinnati lost, they would
Yeah.
drop.
Also,
Maybe those White Claws are doing well.
yes, they have a late heat. It's a late heat. It gets you in the back of the throats.
I don't even think it takes like a conspiracy. Like it would just take Cincinnati looking at it and being like, you know what, we could, if we lost, this could be bad. You know what I mean? Like a conspiracy, I think takes two parties at least, right? So
yeah, do you think that Cincy's really putting the shoulders of all of NCAA or all Power 5 teams on their shoulder to be like, we cannot let a team called Coastal Carolina with the worst colors in college football to make it into a New Year's Six bowl?
I mean, I would be, God, man. I mean, that's the thing. It's gonna happen, right? They're gonna somehow jump over and make their way in, and it's gonna be just to piss me off. It's gonna be just to make me more jealous.
If
Just
Coastal,
you, I think all three.
Just me, yeah.
I will totally take Coastal in a New Year's Six bowl if it gets us in the Gator Bowl.
Fair. All right, deal. Yeah, I'm in.
Sure. Okay.
Because I don't care about Coastal. I don't care about any team in the Sun Belt. Let their successes be that one hit wonder year for them. Fine.
I know you don't care, but I'm super jealus.
Oh, I'm jealous as can be. It eats at me. It eats at me like all
do
day
care.
long. Sorry. Let me put it this way. When I say I don't care about their success, I don't want any Sun Belt team to ever have success. I want them to lose every game they play. I know
what David means is that he cares too much.
I care about Georgia State. I'm a Georgia State Panther fan.
Right.
I want the best for Georgia State, and I don't care if the best for us is the conference looking good. I want us to get the hell out of this conference and be the best somewhere else.
Well, this season, I just want to be Coastal. All right. I just want to be them.
Just for one time.
One time.
I mean, it's gotta rub App State and Southern like crazy because they think they're the best, and now here's Coastal Carolina getting College Game Day.
Yeah, but Georgia Southern has never been the best in FBS. Like they've never had the highly successful seasons. App State had came in and dominated every year since they've been here.
Have you talked to their fans?
I don't care. No, I don't talk to their fans.
I think that Southern won the Sun Belt the first year they were in it, right? They literally peaked and have just lost to Georgia State for the most part ever since then. So
ever since their high school banner, they lost.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's still some more Sun Belt games to happen for the next 2 weeks, actually, including the championship, which is locked in at Coastal and Lafayette. Yay.
Oh, I hope Coastal dominates that game. I hope they kill them.
Well, I mean, because I root for anybody playing against a Louisiana school. So, and Lafayette's not a school named Louisiana. They're just a school from the state of Louisiana.
I think they're all University of Louisiana at wherever, right?
Not LSU.
Well, it might be a different university system. I know like Texas has like 3 or 4 university systems. So it's like, yeah, anyway.
So another thing was, speaking of like coaches who got fired, Monroe and South Alabama both fired their coach. And there was like a lot of talk of Lafayette's coach. I guess there was talk of Lafayette's coach making the jump up to like USC or something, like South Carolina. But Shane Beamer got that job. Now, Shane Beamer, this is something that came up on Panther Talk, which I'd forgotten about at the time. But when Ryan Elliott brought it up, full blast memory, Shane Beamer, the son of Frank Beamer, like legendary coach of Virginia Tech, was in rumors to become the head coach of Georgia State back when we got Trent Miles. That same Shane Beamer, who we did not hire, whether he took the job or not, is now the head coach of an SEC team in South Carolina. Man, if we could have gotten a coach that ended up at a Power 5 school, especially like an SEC school, like it could have been a lot like that. Those 3 years of Coach Miles could have been a far different thing.
I don't remember all the details there, but I know we I'm pretty sure we interviewed him, and I don't know if we like just didn't offer or what.
Or you could look at the opposite side of it, and we could have like totally destroyed Shane Beamer's career, and he could be like
Trent Miles.
He could have gone down.
Yeah, yes,
just like that guy. Yeah, those were some of our finest years here at Georgia State, I believe.
Yeah, have you seen Trent Miles at your barbershop lately?
It wasn't my barbershop. I just randomly happened to be walking by that barbershop when I saw him there. But yeah, so
I saw him after last year or 2 years ago at the Peachtree Road Race. He was eating at Jay Christopher's in Midtown, just randomly outside.
Yeah, outside of seeing him at that barbershop in Midtown, the last time I saw him was on the sidelines of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl and him getting a ring. So, I mean,
Sounds like a terrible way to fall off from Georgia State.
His life did not go down that bad after losing a coaching job. But, yeah. So, now that I've just dogged the Sun Belt for a little bit, there's a question that I just kind of came up with when I was putting the show notes together for this. We've talked about, or it's been talked about, the Sun Belt expanding, only 10 football teams. And a lot of talk is obviously trying to promote another FCS school. They've been successful with that, with App State and Southern. And I mean, I guess you say Coastal now. But there's also the talk of trying to poach a team from another conference. And obviously that conference you're talking about is going to be Conference USA, because you're not going to get an American team drop. But people say you're not going to get a Conference USA team to drop. I'm wondering, though, looking at the success that Sunbelt's had in this year with the COVID stuff, seeing the teams that have beaten some Power 5 programs and the success that Coastal's had and all that kind of stuff, is the Sunbelt currently in a position where they could legitimately poach a Conference USA team? Like if Monroe's garbage, if Monroe did drop to FCS, could we fill that 10th slot with the Conference USA team, a UAB, or bring back Middle Tennessee or Western Kentucky or something like that? What do you guys think about that?
I definitely think we can. I think Conference USA has dropped a lot since we joined and wanted to be Conference USA. And I think that a lot of those teams that left the Sun Belt probably would like to come back because they know what it's like to be here, and they know what it's like to be there. And so it'd be really cool. But I mean, you don't get a team, you don't get like Western Kentucky without Middle Tennessee and vice versa. You don't get like FAU without FIU and vice versa. So some of those teams that like we would want the most probably aren't coming if there's only one.
Well, then also, and Tim, I'm sorry, I'm going to hop in again because I just like to talk a lot. But I'm talking about what if Monroe drops, but also we're only a 10-team conference. What if we want to go to 12 teams? Maybe Monroe sticks around and you pick up 2 teams, or Monroe drops and you pick up 3 teams. I feel like if I were to pick, I would want UAB and Charlotte to join the conference.
I like those 2 teams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine at 10, but obviously if our friends ULM drop, or I could add 3 teams, I guess, if we could get 3 teams to come. Definitely UAB for sure. Charlotte, I think they'd come along for the ride, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think UAB and Charlotte don't have like a package deal associated with them, like my example was.
But I agree. But I think if you could get a UAB team, I think a better team in Conference USA to move, it'd be really easy for any other Conference USA team to be like, all right, cool. Yeah, if they're cool with it, we're cool with it. And I just really want to play UAB.
Yeah, no, I do too. I'm with you. And Charlotte, really. Like, I know they're not super impressive, and I sort of feel like they might be like the South Alabama that I vaguely care about, but like I know they make sense, but I'm not like super excited about them. But like I could be in the future, like I know that could happen.
Yeah, I could see it being one of those kind of future college football, like deep South kind of rivalries. I could see, you're talking about Birmingham and Atlanta and Charlotte. Those are like, really the bigger cities we have in the South. And with the South being the way it is with college football, yeah, I could totally see people getting into it. It's just you've got to get your fan base, supporting those programs. So.
Well, and so a big complaint from you has been that the schools in the Sun Belt don't reflect Georgia State, right? Like Georgia State's kind of the odd man out in the Sun Belt as far as academics go and like how the schools are made up and all that stuff. But if we brought in UAB and Charlotte, we would be kind of closer to our brethren, right? Like they would be more of our peer institutions, I feel like. So would you be happier in the Sun Belt if that happened?
I would definitely be happier in the Sun Belt if UAB and Charlotte were in the conference, for sure. Yeah. I'd feel more not at home, but more like it was yeah, like we're not alone. We're not the outlier in the conference.
Yeah.
Maybe, Conference USA might be a little bit happier. We take 2 teams away. They don't have 14 mouths to feed anymore, right? They cut it down to 12.
Yeah, but if you feel like you're taking UAB out, you're taking out like one of their bread and butter type institutions and everything. So John, once again, he says Troy, South Alabama, and App would not let UAB and Charlotte come. I think that Middle Tennessee, Southern Missouri,
Mississippi.
Southern Miss.
Southern
Miss. Yeah. But you put a Z in there, it's going to fool me all day long.
Has he been drinking?
I mean, he's our intern, so,
I hope he's been drinking. But so do you want Middle Tennessee or the Florida schools? Southern Miss I'd be okay with, but do you want Middle Tennessee? Or
I just don't like the premise that in-state schools don't let other in-state schools into their conferences. I don't necessarily. I've literally never seen any kind of official communication along those lines. I've only seen fans say that, but I don't know that that's true.
I only think that happens at the P5 level. I think that when Alabama's not going to want a school to be in conference, but then they kind of control that kind of thing. But I don't see it being does Tennessee give a crap about what the state of Tennessee give a crap about what Middle Tennessee says? I guess it's the conference.
No.
Does the conference care what? I don't know.
I just actually want to stay at 10. I'm fine.
You don't want 12? You don't want to have actually even divisions? Okay.
No.
I mean, I'd prefer
ULM. I don't care.
Divisions. And I like 10. The reason I like 10 is for TV money, and the way it actually ends up getting split up is we get a bigger chunk of the pie, and it actually makes it nicer to be Sunbelt than it does to be Conference USA.
I want a better
money.
conference. I want a better conference. I want to be in a conference where I actually give a crap about the other team to a certain extent, and I'm not in that conference right now.
But I think we all agree that Conference USA is not that conference either, right?
Don't want to go there. No thanks. Pass.
Yeah, well, John says that Georgia State cared when Georgia Southern joined. Yeah, but we didn't get our way. We didn't keep them out at all. We were unsuccessful in that attempt. So
I think we didn't even vote against them, did we? I think we
I think Mark Becker did. I think it was a single vote against him. Oh,
I thought he campaigned, but then ended up voting for him or something. I don't know. I'm making shit up.
If he did, then BS on Mark Becker. Sure, man. If you're gonna let a bunch of other regional schools,
don't get mad about me making shit up, man.
I am convinced.
Go look it up before you get mad.
This is the right course of action for Georgia State. I believe it. Oh wait, you bum schools disagree. I'll totally vote with your way. Then Mark Becker should be leaving this school next year. So I'm okay with that.
I thought I heard we did vote against them. I don't know.
I choose to believe we did.
What does our intern say?
Well, he's the one that brought up. John brought up when that Georgia State carried when Georgia Southern joined. So
yeah, I'm with Ryan. Stay at 10, collect more checks, more money.
Well, but what if Monroe leaves?
They're not leaving. They love football in that state.
Yeah, but no one in that state loves Monroe.
Let's just go AAC and stop worrying about all this stuff.
Yeah, that would be the ideal situation. Yeah, yes.
Or Georgia Tech get poached by the Big 12 and we'll go to the ACC.
All right. Well, we're already almost 45 minutes into this, and we've not talked about the most recent game we've had, which was in basketball against Charlotte. And man, that game had me nervous. That game had me really nervous.
Did we win?
We did.
Ryan doesn't even know.
We turned it on the last couple minutes.
I'm waiting on how to react, and then you guys weren't giving me much. So
yeah, no, this game we were down 4 at the half, and it had the recipe for just another Mercer kind of ending, right, Tim?
We were lucky to be only down 4 at the half, the way things were going. Nothing was going our way.
And so we fought back and forth for about 16 minutes of the second half. And then another team emerged. It was a completely different team that last 3 or 4 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
The defense was on fire. The offense couldn't miss. It felt like a whole different team. It felt like a team that we were used to watching, expecting to watch against
the full court press was on too. I mean, we were
I don't
turning
even know
over.
what that means exactly. I just know that we were getting the ball in the basket a lot, and we were stopping them from doing that a lot.
We covered them from one end line to the other.
So are we doing press? Are we doing press like he promised?
Yeah,
maybe I should watch a game because that's actually really fun, exciting basketball. I know it tires people out or whatever, but I don't care. It's not me. I like watching it. It's fun.
Well, I think I felt like watching from a educated basketball fan. What I felt like I saw was us doing the exact same thing we had done all game, but actually executing and actually getting it and doing it and getting the ball in when we were shooting. We were just missing so many things, and in this game and even in the Mercer game, it just felt like a team that kind of like all of a sudden things just started clicking from my perspective.
Yeah. I mean, we stole the ball inbounds at least twice in the last 4 to 5 minutes, maybe. We would just turn it on. Like, I was like, where the hell was this team for the first half and most of the second half? Why couldn't they be here?
Right. It was we got the win. Spoiler alert, Ryan. We won the game.
Man, I DVR'd it. I was 11 later.
We won by 11, but that's the worst thing about basketball is you can win by 11 and it looks good, but what you realize is like 9 of those points came in like the last 30 seconds of the game or something like that.
That's okay. It's a win. That's all anybody cares about.
It is a win. So I think one of the surprising things though was Tech, who had lost to both us and Mercer, beats number 20 Kentucky over the weekend.
Yes, but you did hear the news.
That's good, man.
They only lost to us because of the way they were practicing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the pastor said for COVID protocols, they'd not been like doing 5-on-5 practice or whatever it was. All right, well then you're a bad coach. Sorry, that's on you, Pastner, because we were actually coaching to win a game and you were coaching to like save a life. It's probably on you.
Man, when you put it like that, we sound like assholes. Oops.
No, that's fine. I think that's also permitted.
That's permitted, right?
No, but that's good. That helps us. We're ranked 13th or something. Where did I put it? We're ranked 12th in the mid-major rankings. Mercer's 11th, like right above us, and the only other Sunbelt school is 14th. So like we're in a good position.
So those are some power rankings that make sense, then, right? Yeah, I'm like,
it's not horrible. Not horrible. We have our next game is not until a week from tomorrow. So we can talk about that next week, the Mercer rematch. And Mercer's got 2 games between now and then. They've got like some like bum crap school. And then, they have North Georgia. Oh, is that right?
Have they lost yet or no?
Cancel game with the other ones. They're 5-0. They had a canceled game against Elon. And they played North Georgia, they played Tech, they played Columbia International, Southern Wesleyan. So they've not really played anybody of any note. They've got Virginia Military this Thursday, and then Southern on Sunday, and us on Wednesday. And all 3 of those games are away for them. So obviously I want to beat them at their best, but we may actually beat them while they're tired But then again, we may be stale and rusty because almost a week and a half of no games.
That's what
Don't give them excuses, man.
Team.
All right, one of you decide who's going to talk.
That's what it takes to be a good team. Right,
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And don't already queue up the excuses for them.
We'll see. We can talk more about it next week. I've seen 2 more games from them by the time that we talk again. All I've got left is our other sports, which is not a lot, but it is our women's basketball team. And after losing in the week 1 to Tech, they're 2-1 now. They've won their last 2 games. So women's basketball doing good. Good. Ryan, the name of the women's basketball coach is. There we go. That's the running word from last season.
Beer.
He bought you beer. He bought
free beer.
Coach Free Beer. Got it.
Coach Free Beer has led the women to 2-1 so far, and we'll be playing Life University on Sunday. Best of luck to the ladies.
And free beer, coach.
And Free Beer.
Guy
Coach.
that bought me beers that one time.
We can knock this one out and head over to last call. I've got a lot I want to talk about on last call.
Oh, nice.
Yes. You guys got anything else before we head on over?
Yeah, it's North Carolina A&T, not A&M, and we definitely played them, and they're definitely the band that I remember.
Okay, well, get a
Ryan's
better.
been researching. All right.
Yeah.
Also, get a better internet feed because it's been garbage all night tonight. So,
yeah, it has been pretty terrible. Maybe Zoom will be better.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for listening. We're going to head over to last call where we'll just do this. And I am actually pretty buzzed right now. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to say exactly. But I have a lot of opinions on some stuff that we talked about tonight. So you can find us on patreon.com/State of Atlanta, free on Fridays, available to all of our members on whenever this comes out. I forget exactly. Tomorrow, sure. We'll go with that. Sounds good. Yeah. So thanks everybody for listening, watching. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.